Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's 5:58 a.m. in the morning. It's 5:58 a.m. in the morning, and I've been up since 4:30 a.m. Now, the reason why I was up at 4:30 a.m. is because I was doing a podcast in America with Josh Olmos. Josh Olmos is one of the top marketers in America, and we were doing a podcast at 5 a.m. my time. So I was up at 4:30 a.m. We were podcasting at 5, and now it's 5:58, and I'm ready to go. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and I hope you're well. And the topic of conversation today is conscientiousness. Now, conscientiousness is taking responsibility. Taking responsibility for personal performance. As the old saying goes, if it is to be, it's up to me. Now, during our conversation with Josh Olmos today, we spoke about the characteristics of successful people. Now, successful people, and 99% of the population won't want to hear this message because they hate this about the 1%. The 99%, they hate the 1%. But God, I love the 1%. It's the 1% who create opportunities for the 99%. So if you're in the 1%, I'm talking to you. If you're in the 99%, you've probably already turned this off, and that's also okay. So if you're already successful, this is going to help you become more successful. If you're just starting out on your journey of success, this is going to help you avoid some major mistakes. So here's what I've learned. Successful people, that 1%, they are goal-oriented. They're very clear on their immediate, short, medium, and long-term goals. They know where they want to be at the end of their life. They know where they want to be 20 and 30 years from now. They know where they want to be at the end of this year. They know where they want to be at the end of this week. And they're goal-oriented. So there's a saying, future intent determines present action. So the first quality of successful people is that they're very goal-oriented. The second quality of successful people is that they're also action-oriented. They're taking action every single day to get them one step closer to those immediate short, medium, and long-term goals. So they're the two qualities. The first one is they're goal-oriented. The second thing is that they're action-oriented. And they're also conscientious in everything that they do. And there's three parts to conscientiousness. And I want to share these with you today. So remember, conscientiousness is taking responsibility for personal performance. And if it is to be, it's up to me. Now, the first thing that successful people do is they meet their commitments and they keep their promises. Successful people don't like to make commitments that they can't live up to. Actually, what they do is they refuse to make a commitment if they can't live up to it. It's commitment to others, but it's also commitments to the self. Now, if you make a promise and you break that promise, then you lose rapport with yourself. So if you make a promise and you break the promise, you lose rapport with yourself. And then the next time you try to set a goal, you start to second guess yourself because you say to yourself, well, last time I set a goal and I didn't follow through with the action, I lost rapport and respect with myself. And now I'm doubting, now I'm second guessing myself. And successful people never do that. If they make a commitment, if they make a promise, they keep it. So that's the first thing when it comes to conscientiousness. Secondly, they hold themselves accountable for meeting objectives. Now, I was working with a group of men and they had left the military. Now, in the military, they had a sergeant major, somebody that they had to salute and somebody they had to report to on a daily basis. Once they left the military, now we can also call your manager, your leader, your sergeant major, and you got to salute. Once they left the military, they had nobody to answer to, nobody to hold them accountable. So all of a sudden, when they started their business, when they started their entrepreneurial ventures, they had objectives, but they never met them. And I asked them, what's going wrong? And they said, Daniel, when we're in the military, somebody was always holding us accountable. And now nobody's holding us accountable. Now nobody's watching. We've become lazy. And now we're falling behind. So we've got to take responsibility for personal performance. We've got to hold ourselves accountable for meeting objectives. That's the second thing. The third thing is we have to be organized and very careful in our work. You could be one mistake away from failure. You should fear failure. I fear failure. I fear letting people down. And so what happens is I get really organized. I get so organized that I study hard, I work hard, I get up early, 4:30 in the morning, because I don't want to let myself down and I don't want to let other people down. And I organize my work and I'm very methodical in what I do so I can produce predictable results. And this is what the 1% do. The 1% are conscientious of what they do. And conscientiousness has three parts. First, it's meeting commitments and keeping your promises. Has somebody broken a promise to you before? How did it make you feel? Imagine your customer. If you make a promise and you don't keep that promise, will they hire you again? No. You do more damage to yourself when you make a promise and you don't follow through on that promise, because the impact is now you start to second guess yourself in the future. Secondly, you've got to hold yourself accountable for meeting objectives. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning. I didn't go to bed till 12:30 last night. I was up at 2:30 a.m. checking my time on my clock. I've only got 2 more hours to sleep. I've got to make sure that I'm up. I've got to be presentable. I've got to be ready to go. So you've got to hold yourself accountable. And you've also got to be organized and careful in your work. The truth is that 80% of work time is wasted every single day. 80% is wasted on doing the wrong things. If you just do the right things in the right order and sequence at the right time, ultimately you'll succeed. And this is what the 1% do. So let me say once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Jenny Share, good morning. Thank you for joining me here today. And our job is to catapult our influence. And the more conscientious you are in what you do, then you will catapult that influence. Then you'll accelerate your impact. Then you'll unleash those new income levels. So ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.